So in this video, I'm going to very quickly talk about what it takes to land a high paying remote sales job. You must have all of this in place if you are trying to get into this industry for the first time with no experience as a brand new beginner, or even if you're someone who's been in this industry looking for your next big gig, or you've gotten on a roll before and you're just looking for the best of the best, looking for the better one. This video is going to talk all about how to go about that, or at least the things that you need, what things that are going to you're gonna have in your repertoire to actually land the role. With the first one being the skills. Obviously, everyone knows you have to be a highly skilled sales rep to perform in a role, to land a role. Um, but also the biggest missed piece is you have to have the interview skills. You can't overlook that. It's not enough to do a bunch of role plays, to practice a bunch, to memorize the objection handling scripts, to feel confident in jumping into a call, and then go and bomb the interview and be an awkward mess, never having practiced any type of interview setting conversation. The interview is the sales call. You are essentially a contractor, essentially an entrepreneur selling your sales service. And the interview is that sales call where you are there advocating for why your skill set is something that's going to bring massive value to the organization, just as much as that organization is providing themselves as an organization that is going to bring massive value to you in the way of whatever their part of the deal is, be it leads, be it like just a great offer, structure, system, whatever it is. You guys are both selling yourselves to each other, and you cannot skip out on your part at the end of the day. Someone's calling me. Hold on. Mute. All right. Secondly is industry knowledge. Nowadays, it is not enough to just be good at this idea of general sales, right? At the end of the day, sales, the way you sell is going to be shaped by what you sell, right? You can go to tons of different organizations and you're going to see, although there are overarching things that are consistent amongst the practice of sales. I remember selling door to door at events, over the phone, over Zoom, and different products in each one. And they all required different types of, like, different aspects of myself, different skill sets, different dialogue, and that's not even equating for how different conversations need to be had with different types of people as well. So at the end of the day, the best ways to land an offer at a really, really good company is to pick a niche where you can get a deep understanding of that industry. And when I say pick a niche, you don't have to go super narrow with this. You can go pretty broad and land and there's tons of roles within that. So for example, you can go as broad as like marketing and just know a little about advertising, what makes ads work, you know, everything, ad budgets for different size companies, what are the average lead costs for different industries, understand a little bit about advertising, understand a little bit about email marketing, understand a little bit about SEO, understand a little bit about a niche, and then it's a lot easier to step into almost any type of marketing role, because business, you're going to have an edge amongst a lot of sales reps, because business owners want to hire people that can be capable advisors. And you're going to see me talk about this probably in the next video that I'm going to put out this week. But business owners want to see capable advisors, and being a capable advisor will help you perform better, because it's not enough to just know how to handle objections. You need to actually know how to present your offer or service in a way that makes sense for the person in front of you. And industry expertise is required for that. And that's how you're going to get the highest close rate. So take the time to learn whatever industry it is you want to sell in, learn about it, post about it, be vocal about it. And when you get into an interview, you can present yourself not only as a capable sales rep, but as a rep who actually understands what's being sold here and can speak the lingo of the clientele that they speak to. Because I can't tell you how many times we brought in sales reps that didn't speak the language of what's being sold. really, really hindered them, and they didn't perform as well as people that were complete beginners but just understood the industry. So if you have both, you'll outperform, right? And the last thing I'll say is credibility. You have to understand that you've got to show credibility in some way, shape, or form. If you're a beginner, if you're experienced, you need something. So many beginners are saying, well, I'm doing interviews and I'm not landing the role. Like, well, how are you proving that you have the sales skills to perform? Yes, having the track record helps, having revenue generated to your name helps, but there's other things you can do. Another thing you could do is talked about this a million times on these videos is build a portfolio, build examples of how you sell, showcase how you handle objections, showcase how you would pitch certain products. And this is where picking an industry really helps, because if you have a portfolio showcasing how you sell different marketing products, it's going to be a lot easier to showcase that portfolio to a marketing company and land that role than if you had, a portfolio of like selling a sales training course program, or I'm selling fitness and then I'm trying to apply to a marketing job with that portfolio. You can still get the job, but you see how it's a lot easier for the business owner, whoever's looking at the videos, to justify, oh, okay, this person has the specific necessary skills, right? Um, but portfolio isn't the only way. Network is another big way. I've gotten some of the best roles without doing a role play, without having to um, record, like make a portfolio for it, without having to like prove anything, without having to talk about track record, even though I had one. All I had to do was get a referral from someone, right? And the credibility of that person is attributed to you, right? So it depends on who's referring you. I've gotten deals, I've gotten some of my biggest consulting deals, worked with companies selling for them just off the back of, oh yeah, this person said you're good. And there was no other questions asked. There was nothing needed. I didn't need to prove it. I didn't need to really show anything. It was just, yeah, this person says you're good. And that was it. Right. So those are probably the three biggest ways to land a role in terms of credibility: portfolio, track record, or just like your network or social network, right? Start connecting with people on LinkedIn, connect with people on Facebook. Facebook and LinkedIn are probably the biggest platforms. If I had to pick one, Facebook would probably be the main platform you see a lot of people in the remote sales industry utilizing. But if you can build a little bit of a network, build a little bit of credibility, and then people can refer you to offers, it's another fast, fast way to get on some of the best, highest paying jobs out there in the industry. But if not, you know, build a portfolio if you don't have a track record. If you have the skills, not only in sales, but you also interview really, really well. If you have industry knowledge and you can say, hey, I not only can sell, but I understand your clientele. I understand how they speak. I understand their desires. I understand what they're looking for. I can speak directly to their pain points and to their goals, all of that. And then you've got credibility to back it up. Like, hey, this is how I sell. This is my portfolio. This is my track record. This is the companies I've sold for before. Or you're showing up there based off of an invite from someone that person already sees as highly credible. High paying roles are right there for you. Easy peasy. And if you need help with any of these things, we have a remote sales community. If you click down the links, scroll all the way to the bottom, we've got all the links down there where you can join Rep Select, where we post daily remote sales jobs. We've got 30 plus recruiters that are recruiting for you. We just released the auto apply feature, which is awesome. Pretty much you set up your profile, add all of your details, and based on the details and the career preferences you put, now it's going to start submitting applications automatically on your behalf to help you land interviews even quicker, so that you don't even have to. I mean, you still want to apply directly to things you like, but you can set up your criteria and applications, your profile will get submitted to those jobs. Awesome. And yeah, fun. Deal on job. Check out Rep Select. Check out our community. We're going to start Rep Select Live, which is every single Monday. We have a free support call in our community. We're going to start live streaming it to this YouTube channel as well. At least we're going to test it out this week. So if you never see it again, depending on when you're seeing this video, if you never see it happening again, it did not go well. That's why. But if you're seeing this video right when it comes out, today is actually Monday. So we're going to live stream it today for the first time. that being said, this video is not coming out today. So, anyways, if you see it the following Monday, that means we're doing it again. But I'll end it there for this video.